This week in the Spotlight, we talked to a great former Sox, Andruw Jones. And then we flash back Paul Konerko, one of the greatest Sox of all time. And then we flash back to Robin Ventura. He had a bad injury, and then he came back strong. And then we finish with one of the great Cubs of all time, Greg Maddux. Too bad he wasn't here more years. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You've got to get to the Irish Legend. Great food, great drink, outdoor patio, great staff. Open 11 a.m. daily on Archer. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Gilhooly's for our Friday, April 27th, 8 p.m. trivia event. Music, movies, TV, sports, and maybe your requests. Eat, drink, and play at 3901 West 103rd Street in Chicago, just off Pulaski. We'll see you for Benkowski Trivia at Gilhooly's, Friday, April 27th. I'll be looking for you. You can win a prize. You will have fun. We're back in the Spotlight. We're talking White Sox baseball. And one of the guys who's been a very fine addition to this club, and I think will have a lot more to achieve, especially in the outfield, is Andruw Jones. He has a very interesting story to tell about his early days in baseball and where he came from, because you don't find a lot of guys from this island in the major leagues. But he's got a great track record of both power and excellent defense. And the White Sox and Kenny Williams made a great find, in my opinion. He started out the season as the number 2 power man to Paul Konerko. And he's a guy who may earn himself 400 to 500 at-bats before this thing's all over. So take it from here, watch for this, and see what Andruw has to say that you might not have known about him in this interview. Next. A couple years ago, somebody said to you, you're going to be on the Chicago White Sox, and you're going to be experiencing some crazy spring weather. What would you have said to those people?
Probably yes. No, I'm just happy to be here. I think happy to just get an opportunity to go out there and play the game that I always love. Last year, I didn't get a chance to play that much, but I know what role I was going to come into. But when I had my chance, I took advantage of it. But that motivated me more to go into the off season and work harder so I can get back on the field and show the people that I can still play in this game on a high level.
Well, that's certainly been the case so far. A little bit about your off season, though. What was it conditioning? What was the key to your off season?
I think it was more conditioning. It was not, I work out, I lift weights and stuff like that, but it was more conditioning, trying to train down to a good weight level so you can go out there and play the game and get out in the outfield, basically, and stuff like that.
Well, you have a track record of power hitting and Gold Glove play in the outfield. When you were growing up, some of our listeners might not know about your interesting early days. Could you tell them about your island and where you grew up and who you were a fan of in baseball?
Well, I was a big fan of the Oakland A's when they had, Rick Anderson, Canseco. I was a big Oakland A's fan. But, I grew up watching, Ken Griffey. I idolized Ken Griffey, Dave Justice. I mean, I was a big fan of all the power outfielders. So, those are the guys that I grew up watching. But when I got to state, I learned more about the game, and I had a chance to talk with Willie Mays, and how excited he was as a baseball player. I kind of turned into his fan club. But after that, I think my biggest idol was my dad. I think because he pushed me so much to be here, and he taught me a lot of stuff playing outfield and how to play more relaxed on a high level. So I think he helped me a lot and taught me a lot about outfielding. When
you were 10 or 12 years old, where were you living and what kind of teams were you on?
Oh, when I was 10, I was in the Steel Little League. I was in the island called Curacao. I was in the Caribbean. So, baseball is big down there, just like in America. So, it was not much different. Just go out there and be a kid and enjoy life.
But amazingly, there's only a handful of players from your island that have made the major leagues. I know one besides you, Randall Simon, I think.
Yeah, he make it. There was a couple more. I mean, it was Hansel Mullins with the Yankees, Ivan Coffey with the Baltimore Orioles. They got Sharon Martis with the Nationals. They got quite a few. They got Jurgen with the Braves. So it's quite a few guys. But I think it can be more people signed from Curacao. But I think we really don't have a good organization to maintain the kids' focus on baseball after Little League. Little League is worldwide a great organization, but if you don't have that Little League, after the league, you don't have a league to continue the kids to motivate them to be what they want to do. It's going to be tough. So when you get done with Little League, you're 12. So you got to go to junior league. So it's not that big down there to maintain the kids in it. So, some kids stay motivated and take it serious, and when they get an opportunity, take advantage of it.
Well, we hope you play 10 more years in the majors. But when you're done, maybe you will be the ambassador that takes the 13 and up and creates this new thing for your island and cranks it up for more major leaguers.
I hope so. I mean, I try right now, but I got my own Little League stuff that I do before they start. So maybe I can step it out with the age so the kids can get in there.
All right. We wish you the best here.
Thank you.
Thanks. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Paul Konerko, captain of the White Sox, and of course one of the heroes of the 2005 World Series team, talks about the ever-changing roster for 2010.
So there's always going to be minor, tinkering around and changes with it, but you got to like the backbone with the pitching, and I think getting a leadoff hitter to start the season fresh with, instead of like last year we came in halfway in May, I think it was, and kind of went from there. That seemed like two different teams. It was like before and after Scotty, and that's 40 games off the schedule that were already gone. So. To me, that's kind of the two things I think of in my mind. But you just got to go out and play. I mean, you don't know. We could get into the season and find out, well, heck, we're missing this. We need to go get this, or this isn't working, and that always happens. You have to kind of make changes on the fly.
Are you trying to make any kind of push to get them to sign Jim? Have you mentioned anything in the last week?
Just our thing the other night. I mean, I think obviously they know where I stand with Jim. I'm a little bit biased probably, but I mean, I still think the man, when you put a bat in his hand, he's a dangerous human being, and he's going to help somebody. I mean, him and Jermaine, we were talking about both of those guys. If you look at their numbers, it wasn't like they're asking, they're not trying to bounce back off of just a horrific year or something like that. I mean, both of them were very productive compared to what other guys do in this league. So it's not like you're begging anybody to ask those guys to play. They're both still good and doing the job, and there's guys in lineups in places that aren't as good. So when you see that, it doesn't feel like you're begging somebody or saying something out of school where to say we need this guy or we want that guy. But they know where I stand on Jim, just like anybody in here who's played with them. We're biased. I mean, most players in here, you could tell us that Jim would come on the team and not get hit all year. We still say sign him because we love him so much. So yeah, he's like a Uribe. Well, not really, but same type of thing where it's just something about the guy that you want him around, and that's why it's probably wrong to ask the players about should we sign Jim. But
do you feel like as is, if this team goes as is, like Ozzie wants it to, that there is enough pop to play in the American League and U.S. Cellular Field, or do you feel like it might be a bat down?
I mean, it's a good question. I've never played on a White Sox team except for, I think, a year where Frank got hurt, where the DH was kind of not just this guy who DHs every day, and I don't know. I kind of like the idea of keeping everybody. When you think about the season, I think of myself, like it's not a bad idea to try to keep everybody fresh and have that luxury to move around and have. You can pick and choose on a day, like who's banged up right now the most, but banged up not enough to where he can't play, but he can hit. But just let's give him a day. You can do those kinds of things when you don't have the full-time DH. So I kind of like that side of it. But yeah, I understand most of the American League teams, they're using their DH as probably their best hitter or second best hitter on the team, and that's where they're getting a lot of production from. So my guess is it's something that'll be addressed as we go, and I will say this, if it doesn't work or it's not working the way they want it to, it's much easier to fix that problem than to say we don't have a fourth starter or third starter. It's always easier to go get a hitter than it is a pitcher, or a bullpen guy, a closer. So I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see how it plays out. And I think there's times where you trust Ozzie, you trust Kenny. They've made a lot of good moves and good decisions over the years, and you just stay with them on it. They asked me to DH, I DH. It's just kind of come in, you might want to play first that day or whatever. They say you're going to DH today. You just, be a man about it and do it and get it done and go out there and have a good game. And everybody else has to take that attitude, because it's easy when you're DHing to not do what you normally do when you play. And if we're going to have that DH committee type thing going on, everybody's going to make sure that they kind of pick their routine and do what they do to get them ready to DH, because you can't look at it as like just kind of a fun day, because we're going to need production out of the DH spot,
Is there more pressure on you as the returning power guy to not necessarily beef up your numbers, but you're the guy that everyone relies on and looks to, and the guy who's done it for 10 years?
It's pretty much the same for me since a while ago. I'm in the middle of the order. My job is to drive in runs and, produce runs. And it kind of doesn't really change. The job description doesn't really change for a, 4, 5, 6 hole hitter ever. And whether you're old or young, if you're hitting in those spots, whether you're 21 years old or 31 years old or whatever, the job description is pretty easy. That's when guys are on second base and third, you get them in, and every now and again you got to drive in from first, and every now and again you got to drive yourself in from home. But you can't sit there and start talking about, I have to do more or anything like that. I think you just kind of take it as it comes, and I think you try to be good with guys on base. Home runs, you have to just totally eliminate that. Those will happen, but I think you can make a conscious decision to say, hey, I'm going to be better with people on base, and that could come true. You start trying to hit more homers and make that a point, it's not going to happen.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and their fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Minkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. 2 outs in the ninth. Watch the play at second. It ends the game victoriously for Robin Ventura in his first game back in over 4 months since that hideous March spring training injury, and he is the good luck charm. So a picture book return for Robin Ventura. Not much more you could ask than that to get the game-winning hit in his first game back after the 4-month layoff, with the injury that everybody has a vivid memory of, that Joe Theismann-like bad ankle and leg thing, and he certainly looked fine today. We're going to show the congratulatory scene and go inside and talk to young Robin, because he is certainly the star of the game. Robin, during your rehab and playing ahead,
what your first game back would be like. How does this measure up to what you thought it would be like?
Just as long as we won. I mean, that's the first thing, and it would have been nice to get Doug a win because he pitched a great game, and but bottom line is we won, and that comes first, and that's the most important thing right now.
Pre-game, you said that you would thank the people as the day would go on. Who did you thank? When did you do it? Then was it after the game?
My wife. There's a lot of times she kind of kept me going. Just friends and family and the doctors, they were here tonight, and it was pretty special just to have them here and have their support.
Besides the reaction from the crowd, the reaction from your teammates at the end of the game was really something. Did you feel the excitement from them?
Yeah, I mean, it was there pretty much the whole game. It was a fun game to play in, and it was a nice feeling, at the end, and by them, and they know that I was working to get back, because I think when you go through something like this, you kind of feel like you owe them a little bit, because you're working to get back to be one of them, and it was nice to have that reception from them.
Is there any pressure on expectations? A lot of people think, well, Robin is back, and that's really going to help the White Sox, down the stretch. That, in essence, almost like, here comes Robin, he's the savior. He'll help the White Sox win.
I hope I help. I don't know how much, and I don't know where it's going to end up, but I think the reason why I'm here is to try and help us win, and that's all I can do, and that's all I'm going to expect to do.
During your rehab, were there any personal thoughts, feelings about your life itself, your feelings about your career?
You go through that at different stages. I think at different points, there's times you think you might not play. There's times you think you will, and then there's times that everything just hurts and you don't want to do anything. So it's tough to keep going, but fortunately I have a lot of people around me that push me pretty good.
Robin, did you see the...
I know, that's good. As planned. Oh yeah, I just, nobody's ever remembered it like that. All of it. I mean, none of it's easy. I don't think you come any single day and think it's easy. I mean, it's all difficult at some point, and I can't put one over another because they're just not easy.
Did you see the Guillen family salute on the airplane over?
Yeah, I just started laughing. It was nice. So, Ozzie and I played together for a lot of years, and families know each other well, so it's all pretty special.
Where does this rank up in your career thus far?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, if it's not the top, it's close enough that you're not going to forget this ever. I mean, I don't really want to rank anything, but just being able to play again is up there enough. I mean, when you get something taken away that you love to do, to be able to come back and do it before they expect you to come back and do it is special enough.
You've got to get to Jack's, 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver, 6100 West 159th Street for my live trivia. Alternate Wednesdays now at 7 p.m. It's a great place with great food and drink and fun. Get to Oliver's on a Wednesday. I'll see ya. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Welcome to another edition of the Spotlight. Greg Maddux did not make it in his first try at 300 wins, and he talks about the heat and only lasting 6 innings in the Sunday game.
I don't, I think I could have started the 7th. I don't know if I could have made it out of it or not. I was pretty much done after the 5th or 6th, and, just glad we won. It was important that, we got a 0 in the 7th inning. The bullpen clutched up. Mark made some nice pitches right there, and it was nice to see.
Were you tempted at all to go out there for one more inning and try it, hoping you get a lead?
Well, it's not fair to the rest of the guys, I'd have loved to go out there and maybe just try not to walk somebody and hope they hit it at somebody, but that's not right. It's not fair, It's not fair to the rest of the guys and the rest of the team, the city, whatever. It's just not the way you're supposed to play the game. And, I knew I was finished after 6, and we held them in the 7th and came back. It was nice to see.
Stuff-wise, how did you feel out there?
I felt fine. I felt fine. The first inning was a little rough, but, we got through it. We came back in the 2nd, and, it was a good game.
As inspired as your team is to win it for you, can you sense maybe the other team discusses, let's not let them do it to us?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking over there. Everybody's just trying to do, I think really once the game starts, everybody's just trying to do their job, and do the best that they can to help their team win, no matter what side of the field you're on. And, they got a good lineup, and I feel fortunate that, they didn't score more runs off me.
Was it any more relaxing for you having Nomar here to kind of take some of the focus off of Raymond?
No, it doesn't matter. It was nice to see him have a good game, though. I think, it's nice to see him get that hit late in the game and get the RBI and cut every ball hit to him. That was nice to see because, you change teams for the first time. That's tough. It's tough. You don't know anybody. You've never been on the field, and I know my first time changing teams. It's tough, and it takes a while to adjust. And it was nice to see him have a good game today.
From a team standpoint, what kind of boost is it adding an all-star player like that to the mix?
Well, we hate to lose Alex Gonzalez. He's a great guy. He's solid player, good individual, and he did a lot for this team last year and also this year. And saying that, we're glad we got him on our team. Nomar has been one of the best shortstops in the game for a while now, and he's a ball player. He likes to play the game. He plays the game right, and he plays the game hard. And I'm very fortunate to have him as a teammate.
Greg, knowing how much you dislike talking about yourself or accomplishments, how difficult is it going to be for you to go through this again on Thursday?
It's not. It wasn't hard this time. Do what you got to do. You get ready for your game, and you go out and pitch, and you don't get caught up in it. I'm going to enjoy the off day tomorrow and throw on the side in 2 or 3 days and get ready to pitch, when it's my turn.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. In print graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.